Representing Illinois injury victims for over 40 years, J. Janssen. One name says it all.
I was told by my insurance company that I have full coverage. What does that mean exactly?
You know, it doesn't really mean anything, because full coverage is just a general term without specifics. Illinois is a fault state. In other words, you have to prove fault to make a collection against the other driver. Similarly, the other driver would have to prove fault against you to determine damages if you were at fault. So there's a provision in the policy concerning liability. That's one issue. In Illinois, there's minimum limits coverage of $20,000, $40,000 per accident, minimum limits coverage on liability. That's really not enough, but many insurance companies in Illinois offer nothing other than minimum limits liability coverage. The other issue, and the thing that I try to point out to people, is that they need substantial underinsured motorist coverage and uninsured motorist coverage. Because in Illinois, there have been surveys that indicate that maybe as many as 25% of all drivers in the state of Illinois have either let their insurance lapse or have never had insurance in the first place. And if they collide with your vehicle, put you in the hospital for 5 or 10 days, you miss work for a month or two, and cannot make a collection against the wrongful driver because they have no insurance, you make the collection under your policy for uninsured or underinsured motor vehicle insurance. And if they have minimum limits coverage, you should carry at least enough to protect yourself in the event of a collision with, for example, a drunk driver who may not have any insurance at all, or what we call an uninsured vehicle. And you see these vehicles on the road, then you know they're a traveling total, and those vehicles, by and large, don't have insurance. Let me say this as a caveat in this regard. I don't think in the state of Illinois we're going to change anything with regard to compulsory insurance unless we require a person, when they get their license tags, to prove insurance, and when they get their driver's license to prove insurance on every vehicle that they own. And many times people get insurance initially, and then they let the insurance lapse, and they're driving around uninsured. So keep high underinsured and uninsured limits on your policy. Don't worry so much about the fenders on your car. It's the catastrophic injury that you're concerned about. Good question. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Insurance companies like to collect premiums on insurance policies, but oftentimes insurance companies deny payment of claims to innocent accident victims. To be taken seriously, contact the Janssen Law Center concerning your case. There's never a charge to discuss your claim at the Janssen Law Center.
J. Janssen. One name says it all.